gosh! That's the intro. That's the intro. Non-AI Chiaki sings a romantic song to Chiaki. How sweet. That's the intro. Good day, good people. It is another fine day in the year of the Zenith Toon Link. Dave, Anomaly, the Anomalacars, you know me as the man who's ready for AV Mania to continue the road to AV Mania. Oh, I'm ready. Tomorrow, that's a tomorrow thing. Today is not tomorrow. Today is time for the Danganronpa Hunger Games. And we're back with it. And we're ready for it. I know you're feeling it. I know you want it. I know you want to see who's going to come out on top because the tag team champions are facing off against every single team. Potentially for the Hunger Games Tag Team Championships. They're facing off against every single team who is not already on that finale bracket. Everyone wants to earn themselves that one final spot in the finale bracket. I don't know who. Well, first and foremost, the Mets. The Mets, they can make it so it is a championship match. And with the chaos, oh, Kitaro, he's staring me in the face. He's staring me right in the face. And the road to AV Mania last week was just, it was something else. But let me tell you, Kitaro must have been embracing that chaos that was in him, that inner chaos that was in him. But that's the past. We look towards the future and the now, and we introduce everyone, every single team who is here today. And I introduce them right now. Shall we? Let's do it. We got Brute Force. The champions are here. The Mets. Headphone vibing. Shorty sleepover. Do you remember? Bob Squad. Watching the world burn, Mama and Daddy. Seeking Justice, Friendly Fisticuffs, Pinky and the Brain, Manga Mayhem, Offspring of Chaos, Beauty Sleep, The Sugar Daddies, Concealed Blades, The Royal Shepherds, Unhinged Commanders, Final Gambit, The Him Bros, The Mathletes, Accident Prone, The Detectives, Voice of the Voiceless, Pancake Palooza, Nothing to Report, Trapper and Trappee, Titty Typhoon, Fashion Forward, Rock, Paper, Scissors, Book Club, Bug Hunters, Minimi Maru, Baked in Blood, Well Traveled, Samurai Woman, Daring Devotees, Ultimate Hopes, One with Nature, Shield, Legwork, Romance is Dead, Magic Carpet Ride, Soldier of Fortune, Dance Break, Something in the Water, Lacking Compassion, New Era, Boom and Gloom, Deep Fried Chicken, Promotion Pending, Sudden Slumber, and Affluent Progeny. And without further ado, there is one more thing that we have to do. And in 3, 2, 1. The Mets have a 15% chance to make this a championship episode, and how chaotic would that be? Very, I'm going to answer it for you, very chaotic, but will that happen? Will that unfold? Let's spin this wheel and let's find out. We don't have time to dilly and dally, we just need to see what unfolds. And what unfolds, is it chaos or is it order? It is. %, chance, huh? I guess I'm putting on my jacket, huh? I guess I'm putting on the jacket. Ladies and gentlemen, chaos is, well, let's not drop the whole iPad. Chaos has reigned. And that means that the following matchup is scheduled for, where's my jacket? Where's my, okay, great, it is down here. Excellent. The following matchup is scheduled for one fall. And it is for the Danganronpa Hunger Games Champion of Champions titles. And it all begins right now. So let me know. Who do you got? All these teams were fighting for one more spot in championship action in the finale to make their names known. However, instead, they are all fighting for something more, the titles themselves. They're all going for gold. So who's gonna do it? Who's gonna come out as the champions? The tag team champions? I don't know. You have to let me know. Pick it in the comments, first, second, and third. I'll pick as well. First and foremost, there's so many teams here today. I did not expect chaos to reign, but it's still that brimming chaos from Mr. Kyutaro Burgerberg. Senor Burgerberg still has that chaos brimming within him. If I gotta pick any teams, I'm gonna shockingly take the Mets. I'm gonna take the Mets for first. Give me the Mets. It's all about the Mets, baby. Love those Mets. Hit a home run, Mets. For second, give me Fashion Forward. Actually, you know what? For first, give me Nothing to Report, because those are my tag team ride or dies. For second, give me Fashion Forward, because, you know, the titles are now on the line, and Juco could become a Triple Crown champion. That'd be real nice for the squad, don't you think? I'm a big fan of that. For third, though, give me Rock, Paper, Scissors. I like Rock, Paper, Scissors, I really do. They are admittedly one of my favorite teams this season. Close, Titty Typhoon right above them, but give me Rock, Paper, Scissors for third. Nothing to Report, Fashion Forward, Rock, Paper, Scissors. That's what I got. Those are my three. And I'll be frank, there's so many people here. It's literally anybody's game except for the folks who have already made their spot, who've taken their place. But I think it's time to find out just who is gonna come out on top of that one. And to do that, there's one more thing that we need to do. Let me figure it out real quick. It's oh yes. Oh, Young Asmir, you're here. Just vibing, being a totally normal and chill dude. That is outside of expectations. Did you? Wait, you have something else? You have something with you? Oh, you found it! You got it! Was it where I thought? So he did take it. If you thought that I was ready for AV Mania before, Kazuichi stole something very important to me. I tried not to let it get out and not to let it get to me, but now that I have it back, you better believe I'm ready for AV Mania. Thank you, Asmir. You're a real one. Oh, that box is gonna stay there. Stay there until I'm ready to reveal what he stole from me, and now Kazuichi should be afraid that I've got it back. What do you think is in this box? Go ahead and make your guesses in the comments too. Try and call what is in this box, because I know what's in that box. And Kazuichi, you got another thing coming. I'll tell you what's in that box soon, one of these days. But first and foremost, let's get this roll on. We got one good toss. We got one more good toss. It is going to be 4 times. Ladies and gentlemen, it's tag team action. And for the tag team titles, we were simply not 1 time, not 2 times, not 3 times, but for what could be an excellent and truly phenomenal tag team match, 4 times. Are you ready? Once again, I do repeat, one more time, are you ready? There are only a handful of outcomes that could go out here A winner? A tie? Nobody wins? I don't know what's gonna happen, but we have to proceed to find out, and it is off. And without further ado, Horn Bears, make your presence known. Do what you do best in championship action. Sound the horns. Thank you, Horn Bears. Thank you, Horn Bears. In terms of championship action, I'm very proud of you, but we have to get the show on the road. And so, wait for it. Good old Nana Achiaki is sick and tired of these reptiles and grabs a hat and then joins Avi's animal control. Do you know why? I know why. Sayaka finds a Komodo dragon, talking Komodo dragon. The reptile says that he is Yosuke. Asner placed a curse on him, and the only way for that curse to be broken is for reciting it. Sayaka reluctantly obliges, kissing Yosuke, turning him back to normal. Aether begs for one of the weapons Chiaki has picked up. She feels bad and reluctantly gives it to Aether. Satsuna runs away from the cornucopia. Mondo throws a killer beehive at Juzo. But when the beehive bursts open, they fly after Mondo and sting him to death instead. Cork watches with envy as Kyutaro and Nekamaru kiss before leaving the cornucopia. Well, first of all, Mondo, you last. What are you doing? I don't know what you're doing out here. That's ridiculous. Cork, Kyutaro and Nekamaru. Kyutaro, after what happened, I don't understand why Nekamaru is doing this, but I'll tell you what. Nekamaru's ready for AV Mania. He proved it this past Friday, and more of the squad's gonna prove it this Friday. You better believe it. Taichi runs away from the cornucopia. The Great Gozu runs away from the cornucopia as well. Gundam, Izuyoi, Kanji, Azura, and Nagisa have a party to boost morale. During it, Kanji turns off the lights and kills Gundam. Not my guy, Kanji, although you're my guy too. Owain sets on an explosive, killing the End, Marie, and Daisaku. Mew gets a kitchen knife and stabs not the Geo Queen, Mew. Oh, I guess Noelle's the Geo Queen. But like Ningguang, she's like second in command. She's like second in command. Stray bolts of lightning cause Sarah and Komaru to switch bodies. Uh-oh. Ryoko runs away from the cornucopia. Shiki overpowers Crom, killing him. I don't know how you manage that one. La Senora runs away from the cornucopia. Edelgard finds a teleporter. It teleports to the Garrick Mach Monastery. She's got her own ancient relic. She's got her own ancient relic and she's running to the game with it. Terrifying. I don't know how she's gonna do it. Well, I'll tell you what. Now runs away from the cornucopia. Jotaro and Genocide Jack fight for a bag. Jotaro gives up and retreats. Fret, Turnip Boy, Jin, and Mahiru share everything they gather before running. Hina gets down on one knee and proposes to Keiji. Keiji accepts and the two happily skip away together from the cornucopia. Minami Moto runs away from the cornucopia. Ranger begins to bully Saria relentlessly. Tinko realizes that she is the champion and dying doesn't mean anything in this endless cycle of despair, so she's gonna live it up this game. She's saying, ain't no party like a Tinko party, cause a Tinko party don't got no degenerate males in here. That's what she said, I tell you. That's a quote from Tinko. Masha gets his hand on a pair of scissors and commits genocide on Hifumi, Rantaro, and Taka. Makoto smashes Kaede across the face with a brick, but she's like, I'm Triple Crown Kaede. I didn't feel a thing. Nagito finds a bag full of explosives. Why do we keep giving Nagito explosive? Dojima convinces Gatekeeper, Akane, Mishima, Yaimiko, and Crazy Oko to boycott the killing game, but like legit, stick right there. Why do we keep giving him explosives? It's been 10 seasons and we haven't learned. You know, bad things happen. Bad things happen when Nagito gets explosives. This is gonna be a bad game. Quote me on it. Quote me on it. Nagito's gonna do something crazy, relentless, and it's gonna be a bad. Speaking of relentless, Shuichi begins to bully Monica relentlessly. I didn't expect that. Maple runs away from the cornucopia. Kai stabs Shinyon with a tree branch, sets the rock gun on rock, paper, scissors. Yui grabs a shovel. Mama runs away from the cornucopia. Beto grabs a backpack and retreats. Reina finds a canteen full of water. Sayu stabs Liko with a tree branch. Gonta smashes Haiji across the face with a brick. Apparently he's too powerful, that brick too. Kazuha runs away from the cornucopia. Chisa decides to head back to the cornucopia to look for supplies that could have been left during the bloodbath, but the bloodbath ain't even there. Who took the whole bloodbath? Someone took the whole bloodbath. I can't believe it. Natsumi strangles Kiba after engaging in a fistfight. Naoto stabs Leone with a butcher's knife repeatedly, all while laughing wildly. You okay there, Naoto? Felicia repeatedly stabs Mr. H, but that's my guy, Felicia. That's my whole guy. Don't do that. Teru finds Lumine's corpse from a previous game in the cornucopia. Lumine isn't shocked by this. Where have you been, Lumine? I don't understand. But I am shocked by Peko setting fire to the corner. She set fire to the cornucopia. incinerating Kotoko, Mai, and Toko Himiko. The year the mage runs away, So enters via skydiving and doesn't perish. Official runs away from the cornucopia. Chie and Kizakura engage in a friendly knife fight. Mukuro begs for the weapons the Ganyu's picked up. She kills Mukuro with one in response. She's like, oh, well, you want this bow? Let me show you what it can do. Shotgun status. That's Ganyu. Maki enters the arena but changes her mind and leaves it. Yeah, okay, Maki. I mean, like, we go way back and, like, you're okay. You know, like, yeah, she's preparing for AV Mania. Mikan takes a running start and Superman punches Ito, sending him flying across the arena. Kazuichi scares Sakura away from the cornucopia. Nezuru enters the arena but ends up crashing and perishing. Goodness gracious, Fat Togami runs away from the cornucopia. Vike runs away as well, so does Angie. Crazy Yoko and Inigo fight for a bag. Crazy Yoko gives up and retreats. Leon takes a handful of throwing knives. Dimitri runs away from the cornucopia. Tsumugi finds a pistol, killing Ruka and beat with it. George takes a stick from his other cornucopia. Gaius and Shiba try and find a way to escape. Xingqiu and Mizuki fight for a bag. Mizuki gives up and retreats. I mean, you know, I don't know how you beat Mizuki in if I'm taking bets, I'm betting on Mizuki. No offense to you, my boy. Water Lord boy, Xingqiu. Junko snaps Riko's neck sad. Oda snatches a pair of Sahai Mataimon. Spies a large flashing red button in the cornucopia amongst the supplies. She recklessly presses it, and Hajime, Mana, Kari, Akana, Hiro, Togami, Shamir, Monokuma, Ibuki spontaneously combust. All of them? All of them? Goodness gracious! And then Daddy sets fire to the cornucopia, incinerating Ranmaru, Sato, and Chihiro. Huh. Alright, Pinky's been dilly-dallying. She's got an essay to finish by the end of this episode. Yukiko just runs away from the cornucopia. She's like, I'm getting out of here. Yasuke gets down on one knee and proposes to Sumiya. Sumiya actually accepts and the two happily skip away together. That's an odd couple right there, but Yuta severely slices Klee with a sword. That's fine. Klee, shake it off. Get ready for the road to AV Mania this week. You got a match. Joe kills Tiki as she tries to run Joe. How could you? Takamichi kills Minimaru for his supplies. Naku begs for the weapons that Kurumada's picked up. He feels bad. Reluctantly gives it to Naku, who immediately kills Kurumada with it. Murakama tries to explain to Monokuma that there's been a Akuna Matata and he's not supposed to be here. But let me tell you, you are supposed to be here, Murakata. And will you still be here once we proceed? There's only one way to find out. Let's go on and let's see day one. As Kai's hat matches very well with his giant robot, Tsumugi chases Azura around with a mace. Shiba, Sumiya, and Sayu hunt for other tributes. Mama's so excited about her super weapon that will take over the arena that she wrote a song about it. Andy sets up an ice cream shack. Ranger comes and buys some. It was delicious. Nothing bad happened. Fischl wants to be a stepping stone for everyone else. Masaru sits down next to Fischl and has a talk with her. Pillars of lava shoot out of the ground as Genocide Jack and Jotaro duel to the death. Jotaro accidentally slips and falls to the ground. Just as a pillar of lava erupts from underneath him, Jin, Himiko, and Ganyu corner Juzo and are about to take him out. But Juzo's coming in with that grappling hook and escapes to safety. Yasuke, Kazuichi, Reina, and Beto raid Crazy Yoko's camp while she's hunting. Lumine receives a gift from a secret admirer. It's a giant stuffed bear. Who's out here gifting Lumine? That's a wish right now. Akane runs over a cliff while trying to escape. Izuoi plummets to her doom. Goodness gracious. Aether makes a poem for Gatekeeper. Me too. It's a haiku. Natsumi, that's here gold. You're pretty much already there. Kaede receives an explosion from an unknown sponsor. Inigo receives milk supply from an unknown sponsor. Monica falls into a pit but somehow lives. Yuta doesn't want to live on this planet anymore. Kyutaro receives a gift from a secret admirer. It's a giant stuffed bear. Who's giving them the same gift? Gonta wishes for immortality is promptly executed, disqualified for cheating. Gonta, this isn't the first time you've done this, my guy. It's not the first time. You gotta know that that's not allowed. Daddy panders to the audience. Sonya and Owen want to raise the bar. Actually, they are the bar. Mizuki, freaking Daddy pandering to the audience. I don't know why that's getting to me. Mizuki's making Komaru angry. Mizuki's not gonna like Komaru when she's angry, especially when she's Sarah. So slurps his fresh applesauce and nice. I want some more applesauce. Junko finds Shuichi's hat, puts it on. Turner Boy isn't surprised that Nagisa's made it this far. Former tag team champion shouldn't be. Miko receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Edelgard makes a dirt statue. Dimitri knocks it over, so Edelgard decapitates Dimitri and uses his head instead. Ooh, really? You two, huh? Well, Kizakura hangs up mistletoe. Haiji's freeze ray stops time. It isn't an ice beam though. That's too fat Togami for his taste. Pinky and Mayu hunt for other tributes. Mishima, he got drip. Fret teaches Xingqiu some fighting moves. Little does Xingqiu know that Fret is teaching him wrong as a joke. Xingqiu uses these moves to kill Fret. If anyone could do that, it's my man's water sword boy. You get in there, Shinto. You do that work. Vike puts all of his faith into Atua. Listen here. Nana Yashaki does not like Naoto. She's gonna bark at her now. Bark, bark, bark. Yui doesn't believe in palindromes. I appreciate that. Peko makes a poem for Keiji. I can see it. Paimon works for Avi's Wedding Despairs and is sick and tired of so many people defecting to Yoko's items of fortune, so she burns it down. Unluckily, actually, Sakura, who works there, brought insurance just like Sweet. That is very unlucky for Avi's Wares and Despairs. Chie wakes up and immediately has pancakes for breakfast, earning entry into the World Pancake Championship match, and you better believe. Chie, I'ma write your name down. Chie, wow, I'ma write your whole name down. I'm gonna put your whole name in here real quick. I'm gonna put your whole name in here real quick. Hold on, let me find a pen. All I have is like this piece of a pen that I broke when training for AV Mania. There we go, write a name down right there. Chie, you deserve to be in that one, just like you deserve to be in that match. Joe seems to be dead, but it's a lie. I hope so. Hina's trying to overthrow AV. Hina fails miserably to survives thanks to Now. Crazy Oak Archer steals a tray of Neku's freshly baked cookies. Chiaki severely slices the champ with a sword. Nagito uses his photosynthesis intelligence that a Mikon which shockingly works, leaving her dumbfounded. Blasting Yora finds a bow tie, puts it on. Because, well, bow ties are cool. Chisa finds Shuichi's head, puts it on. George receives Moxel Flash from, a secret admirer. Ito works for AV's Wares and Despairs and is sick and tired of people defecting to Yoko's. You better believe he is. Unfortunately, again, Cork, who works there, brought insurance just last week. Ito screams in agony. Makoto receives pancakes from AV. Me? Yeah, I do that. That's my guy. Setsuna is stronger than she appears. Shuichi plants some trees. Good. Good. Shuichi, plant all the trees. Team trees. Yukiko kills Ryoko while she's sleeping. Oh, don't do that while she's resting. Nekomaru, Minamimoto, Shiki, Taichi, and Takamichi hunt for other tributes. Maple offers to sell her friendship to Kanji. Kazuha wants to be a stepping stone for everyone else. Teru tries to sneak attack Oda, but Oda catches on and runs away. We're count on Teru. He's gonna find you. Sayaka sets off an explosive, killing Doji. How could ya? That man's a father and a father figure. Munakata has balloons. Felicia comes and pops some. Munakata proceeds to kill Felicia for destroying his balloons. Well, Felicia, first of all, she's accident prone. You gotta forgive her, Munakata. It was an accident. Guys thinks AV has an addiction to getting new addictions. Mew joins the balloon protection squad. Sarah spends a day ticket on Leon, and the great Gozu breaks down and starts sobbing for an unknown reason. Yosuke tries to console him. We lost 49. 49 big folk already in this game. But to that, I implore you to join me for this saddest of all moments for Mondo, Gundam, The End, Marie, Daisaku, Ningguang, Crom, Hifumi, Rantaro, Taka, Shinyan, Liko, Kiba, Leone, Mr. H, Kotoko, Mai, Toko, Mukuro, Maki, Izuru, Haruka, Beat, Reiko, Hajime, Mana, Karia, Kana, Hiro, Togami, Shamir, Monokuma, Ibuki, Ranmaru, Sato, Chihiro, Klee, Tiki, Minimaru, Kuromato, Jotaro, Akane, Gonta, Dimitri, Fret, Tenko, Ruruka, Dojima, Felicia. And so we gotta get on. We gotta proceed. We see Sakura is the only person, and we have 93 competitors left in this match. Sakura is the last person standing for her team. If she perishes, it's a new champ alert, but we got a whole bunch of people, so we might just want to do a slow scroll. The Mets are all still in though. Do not count out the Mets, especially after Kyutaro proved just how chaotic they can be. I think it's time that we do a slow scroll through everybody. Most people still are gonna have at least one person still in. Just look at those Mets. All about the Mets. Never forget those Mets. But slow scroll on. We're hoping. Are we hoping? I'm still hoping for Blue Team to somehow sweep this episode and just close out. Just close out with sweep after sweep. But let's look at all of these competitors. It is anybody's game. But I do believe this time we got 93 people left. It's gonna be a long one. Especially as we proceed. Shall we? I believe we shall. As Ranger and Yasuke are trapped inside of a box for the night, so they decide to use their imaginations to liven things up. Himiko screams into the void. Keiji begs for Natsume to kill him. She refuses, keeping Keiji alive. Hina tries to shoot Shiki, but she can't remember I'm sorry, she can't. Remarking, I can't shoot you, you're too cute. Shiki then just shoots Hina in the head, responding, I'm not cute. I'm adorable. Gosh darn it. Junko, Mishima, and Crazy Oko get into a fight. Crazy Oko triumphantly kills them both. Minimoto also dies from thirst. Crazy Oko disowns Setsuna for being a disgrace to the family. She's no disgrace. She's an she's a opposite. She's a grace of the family. Ain't nobody get a fire going. Yukiko, Masaru, and Fat Togami huddle together for warmth. I don't know how Yukiko, old fire girl over there, is not getting a fire going, but we're not going to talk about that. Jack, stop it, get some help. Nagito, Kyutaro, Now, and Kanji play a friendly game of Uno, which Now wins. Who'd have thunk? Izio is an international super spy. Taichi receives spaghetti from an unknown sponsor. He's ready. He do enjoy his spaghetti. Kai fell out of the world. Nane Shiaki submits an application to join the squad. I'll think about it. Great Gozu questions his sanity. Reina and Samugi sing some show tones together. Fischl spends the night setting traps to keep Daddy and Kizakura out of her camp. Yui and Angie huddle together for warmth. Where in the world is Mama? Munakata buys the D to a house. Now you can have parties every week, baby. Munakata in the house. Saike ain't afraid of no ghosts. Edelgard is actually fairly terrified by some ghosts. Gaius accuses me of not being the real me? Ridiculous. Paimon battles Shiba in an intense game of rock, paper, scissors. Paimon loses and has a sad feeling in her chest. Lumine accidentally steps on a landmine. Well, yeah, that happens. Lumine, you gotta watch your step. Monica, Kazuichi, Joe enter a scrum together with Sarah, Mahiru, and Gatekeeper. They're arguing who the best girl in Danganronpa is. Teru Teru cuts off both of Pinky's arms. Xingqiu relaxes by his fireplace. Somehow, Sonia's teleported herself to the elusive month of September, the 13th month. This is the end of it. Because the gods do not accept, they do not recognize September as being real. It's a deception. Kork dyes their green and matches his shirt. Neku sneaks up on a sleeping Inigo and sets fire to his camp, killing Inigo. How could you? He just wanted to dance. Makoto watches as a new mission for Rats runs by. Makoto runs off before they get any idea. Owain and Kazuha and Mikon play a game of Monopoly. Owain loses all of his properties and flips the game board over fair. Mizuki fiercely shakes up a can of soda, pops a tab. It's Alfrey actually. Blasts Shuichi in the face with a stream of soda. Pekko and La Senora huddle together for warmth. Nagisa battles So in an intense game of rock, paper, scissors on a cliffside? Nagisa chooses scissors? So chooses what looks like paper, but is actually, oh, good old slap right to the face, knocking Nagisa right off of the cliff. Well, Nagisa, you should have known better. I guess that's two former tag team champions, actually, and So proved out to be the better of them. Yuta and Sayu huddle together for warmth. Komaru bashes Ito's head against a rock several times. He was like, let me show you Gio. Oh my gosh, that's technically Sarah. Nekomaru was bleeding out, and thankfully, he recited fresh blood from an unknown sponsor. That was me. It's me. Aether threatens Turner Boy in fluent Japanese. Jin shoots an arrow at Takamichi, but misses and kills Chisa instead. George prepares Seesaw Homicide. It works and kills Kaie Day. Goodness gracious. Miko, who works at Yoko's Items and Misfortunes, huh? Yoko's, huh? Okay, Miko. That's blasphemy, Miko. You're on my team usually, Miko. Ugh. I can't believe you do such a thing, Miko. I'll remember this. This transgression. Vike grabs a kitchen knife. I hope it's just for self-defense. Chiaki, Leon, Maple, and Azora sit down around the campfire and tell spooky stories. Suddenly they hear some weird noises coming from the forest. Azora goes to check it out and then never returns. Someone should check on her, or maybe not. You might disappear too. Yosuke stands over the dead body of Haiji and says, I have nothing to do with this. Chie and Mew become best friends after bonding over their shared love of 17th century sea shanties. Juzo, Sakura, Beto, Sumiya all find a big red button. Juzo presses that. They all say you doomed us all, but let me tell you, it's just the horns. You play that thing, Horn Bears. You play that thing. We'd love to hear you guys again. It's always good to hear them Horn Bears, I tell you what. Because we only have a couple more things to do. Like, Oda using a samurai sword to strike down Naoto. And Ganyu, stop it, please. Get some help. As we proceed, it's day 2. In Avi, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you hate Komaru? 1. Yeah, a 2. I'll give her a 2. It's very low. Y'all know I love me some Ultra Despair girls. If it was Komaru and Jack, it'd be a 0. I can't hate them together. Komaru and Toko, can't hate them together. Absolutely not. but Paimon finds a bikini and puts it on. Inspired, wait, this is the wrong simulator. Oh well. Sarah shows Mizuki her murder list at the top as Mizuki's name is in bold too. Pinky and Joe talk about their lives. Turner Boy falls into a pit but somehow lives. Yosuke doesn't believe in palindrome. Sumiya poisons Yasuke's drink, he drinks it, and he does perish. How unfortunate. Kazuichi is trapped in a box that can release a deathly poison every hour. Is he dead? Is he alive? We can only find out if we click proceed. Please be dead. Please perish. Pretty please. Ganyu sees Fischl holding a meeting with Mahiru and Fat Togami and Gatekeeper. Aether spends a day ticket on Genocide Jack. Mew accidentally destroys Takamichi's cabbage stand. Mama gets off to a rocky start with her new professor. Jin? Professor Jin, what class are you teaching, my guy? What class are you teaching, my guy? Leon stabs Shiba in the back with a trident. Pekka, Mikon, and Crazy Oko receive report cards evaluating their performances this game. Pekka gets an A, Mikon gets a C, and Crazy Oko gets a big fat F. I feel like Crazy Oko shouldn't have an F this game. I feel like she's been doing okay. Yukio throws sand in the eyes of Kazuo and runs off. Ranger sets up an ice cream stack. Nobody comes. I wouldn't either. He's a little dangerous. Kanji catches Natsumi off guard and kills her. Maple plays chess with death and wins. Chiaki wakes up immediately and has pancakes for breakfast, and you know what that means. Chiaki with my very broken pen. I'm adding you to that match. What match, Avi? Oh, I'm adding you to the World Pancake Championship match, and that means you, in that match, also have an opportunity to become the second ever Triple Crown champion. Will she do it? We'll have to wait and see. Oda does Oda things. Oda does Oda things. That's a mood, you guys. That's a whole mood. Edelgard's unknown sponsor is Raid Shadow Legends. Quark tends to Shincho's wounds. He accidentally steps on a landmine. He's exploded. Gaius investigates the school grounds looking for clues. Juzo, Crazy Oko, Extra Large, and Sakura start fighting, but Crazy Oko runs away as Juzo kills Sakura and causes a new champ alert. Goodness gracious. Titles are on the line, and we will have a new champion today as Reina breaks down and starts moving for an unknown reason. Sayu tries to console her. Teru shares his pancakes with Kizakura. This axe earns Teru. Y'all don't forget. Y'all don't forget about Teru. Y'all don't forget about Teru. He could win this game, win the World Pancake Championship match, and in the course of basically a season becomes a Triple Crown champion. Oh, it could be all Teru. He knows what he's doing. Yui punches Owen off a cliff, screaming, "Punch Club forever!" to the heavens. Izzy steals a tray of Satsuna's freshly baked cookies. Yai Miko kills Nekomaru for his supplies. Beto and Sai could build a shelter but have conflicting ideas on interior design. Masaru, now Angie, argue over what ingredients to buy from the best arena supermarket in the whole arena. Avi swears and despairs. So shares his pancakes with Shiki, and So now all these World Pancake Championship match entries. So's got that rare opportunity too. He could be the first ever non-Danganronpa Triple Crown champion, the Grand Slam champion. It could happen. We'll wait and see. George, searching for firewood, Nana Achiaki ambushes Samugi and kills her. Mastermind, killing Mastermind. This Mastermind Nana Achiaki thing, RNG's feeding it. Vike joins a balloon protection squad. Nagito beats Lasaniro with a steel chair. He's ready for AV Mania. Keiji cleans his kitchen with a new kitchen gun. Shuichi does Shuichi things. Munakata silently snaps Kyutaro's neck. He didn't like what he did to young Mitarai. Taichi discovers the river. The Great Gozu is the best in the world. Himiko, Makoto, Monica, and Yuta play cards, and Neko attempts to do a cool skateboarding trick. Chie hates it so much that he kills Neku, but will proceed. And we see... Unless there's... Yeah, it's not. Okay. Fallen Tributes. We lost 26 more. Another big, terrible turnabout. 4. No, I'm sorry. Saddest of all moments. 4. Hina, Junko, Mishima, Minamimoto, Kai, Lumai, Sonya, Inago, Nagisa, Ito, Chisa, Kaede, Azura, Haiji, Naoto, Yasuke, Kazuichi, Shiba, Natsumi, Denny, Sakura, Owain, Nekomaru, Samugi, Kyutaru, Neku. And as we see everybody's statuses, we got still a ton of people. How many people we got? I think it's time we find out. First and foremost, the champs are out. So between all of the folks who are left, hold on, let me take this off real quick after we control F alive. 67, still 67 left. And we'll do a slow scroll, but I want to take this off just so I can fool people. They'll watch the intro. I didn't get a chance to do this last time, but they'll watch the intro and they'll be like, oh, Avi's not wearing his championship jacket. And I'll be like, oh, you better believe it's still championship action. The Mets. They're the team to watch out for, I believe. But let's do a slow scroll through everyone else. We still got 67 left. It is a big fight feel. And I mean, that could be an arena event. I hope that there's an arena event. I hope that we get a certain arena event that I've added. I'm just hoping for it, but we scroll down. We see everybody who's still in this fight. Not just a fight for that next to, I guess technically next to last champion or spot in the finale, but the championship in itself. Let's go on. Let's see as we proceed. Night 2. Chiaki. This is their planned meeting with Monica and now has a sad feeling in her chest. Ranger is bleeding out but thankfully receives fresh blood from an unknown sponsor. Don't count Ranger out. Don't count Ranger out. Ranger's a sleeper pick. Sayaka finds a secret stash of pancakes that I've been hinting at. What are you gonna do with those pancakes, Sayaka? What are you gonna do with those pancakes? Jack dyes her hair blue. Sayu sneaks into the back rooms of Yoko's out of his fortunes, but Etu, Izayoa, you also work there at Yoko's. Etu. Really? Ganyu fires a truth bullet at Maple. Maple pulls out the Uno reverse card, causing the truth bullet to change directions, exposing Ganyu's lies and piercing her heart. Yui works at Avi's, Wares, and Despairs, and Yoko's because she's in extreme debt. That's fair. Maki grabs Sarah by the throat. That's actually Komaru. Yukiko ain't afraid of no ghosts. Kazuha throws Pekka off a cliff and smiles when she makes contact with the ground. Kazuha, what's wrong with you? We gotta talk. Juzo wants Avi to give Sayaka a chance. Juzo, you want me to give her a chance? She got my pancakes. Juzo. Cork is bleeding out. Thankfully, he gets fresh blood from an unknown sponsor. Chie, Fischl, Paimon, Yuta, Shadow Puppets. Everyone's so much better than Yuta that he starts to get jealous of Miko and Keiji huddled together for warmth. It's a little bit awkward. Kanji charges his ult to move. It's a steel chair. It's a whole steel chair. Shincho spends all of his perk points maxing out luck. Mizuki receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Every time I see Mizuki get her weapon, I'm just like, oh goodness gracious, she's gonna murder someone. Ibuki. It's nowhere to be found, but I remark on how well Takamichi is doing. Surprisingly, Angie dies instead. Oh yeah, it's opposite day. Joe finds a sleeping Takamichi, hits him with that 5-knuckle shuffle. Joe wants AV Mania too. I'll think about it, Joe. Kisagura finds Leon hiding, comically slaps him. Great Gozu adopts Beto as his child. Mayu's plagued by a reoccurring nightmare, and Shiki and George invite Munakata, Pinky, Setsuna, Crazy Hiyoko, Yosuke, Gatekeeper, Sumiya, and Mew to a party, a super kick party. There's kicks left and right, and everyone's got their jaw sore. I'll remember that. Super kick party. You love to see it. Crazy Hiyoko Extra Large wants Avi to give Sayaka. Of course you would. Member of the entourage. Of course you would. Of course. Of course. Makoto threatens Edogar with a good time. Nanashaki firebends Oda out of existence. Ouch. That's the mastermind. Now goes to the dog shelter and lets all the dogs out. So it was you. Mama looks at the nighttime sky. Teru attempts to sneak out of into the back rooms of Yoko's out of his fortunes. Huh. Gets seen by Mikon. Mikon, really? You work there too? I was your manager. I helped you guys achieve tag team gold. How could you? Gaius and Masaru have opposed off Gaius wins. Turner Boy, stop being so selfish. Komaru severely slices Aether with a sword. Jeez Louise, rest in peace, Traveler. So latches onto Himiko's back and blows himself up to try and protect Nagito. This attack works and Himiko is blown to smithereens. Hey, hold on. That's So looking out for his former tag team partner. He was like, we won gold together in the past, and I haven't forgotten the bond that we share. Homies through and through. La Senora lets Vike into her shelter. Shuichi reminisces about the year of the aviator. Fatsugami sees, fires a truth bullet at Reina, who slows her lives, and Jin dies of hunger. Not Jin. And we have to proceed to day 3. And Gatekeeper receives a first aid kit from the comments section. Y'all love Gatekeeper too? I should have known. Y'all got good taste. Jack feigns death, tricking Nagito and ignoring her. Monica makes a deal with Munakata. Katie starts to go insane. There. He's seeing the shadows. The hallucinations. Takamichi's pale. Kazuha is revived by Takamichi, but doesn't stop. They're making out. Not Kazuichi. Great Gozu, he's on my mind. As for now's Axolotl, she happily shows the Great Gozu and Axolotl in a bucket. Paimon, as an employee of Avi's, Wares, and Despairs again. There's a second time this episode. Don't forget it, Paimon. I remember that. Love to see that. Setsuna wants Avi to give Sayaka a chance. Miko overhears this and kills Setsuna for asking for the impossible. I do love Setsuna, but Miko, you had the right to do so. Crazy Yoko extra large plants flyers around her campsite, Nine Ajaki, and Kanji have a picnic. Surprisingly, nothing goes wrong. Vike gets off to a rocky start with his new professor, Fat Togami. Masaru forces Beto to kill Juzo or Chie. She decides to kill them both. Well, you don't mess with Captain Beto. We learned that the hard way. Avi forces Shuichi to work at the arena supermarket. Avi's worse and despairs. Mahiru and Pinky are like, we're gonna get some free food out of this. Chiaki starts writing a novel. Will she ever finish it? Shincho plays patty cake. Oh, with Sayu. That's, I don't know, that's so adorable, actually. Mikan and George split up some resources. It would seem that Cork and Turner Boy have come to a standstill in the heart of Tarzan's forest. Mama sets off an explosive, killing Gaius, Crazy Yoko, Kizakura, and Reina. Mew plants some trees after buying all the knives from Avi's wares and despairs. Makoto throws them all at Mizuki and Sayaka, stabbing them both through the heart. Makoto, I thought you were cool with Sayaka, but I guess she stabbed you in the back, so you stabbed her in the heart. But Mizuki? Maybe you just saw blue here. You saw blue hair, and then you saw red. I understand, Makoto. I understand. Joe fills a water gun, fills it up with holy water, fires it at Teru, getting him wet. Shiki is trying to overthrow Avi. She fails miserably because you can't come at me. I'm the king. Don't miss. But survives thanks to Yudo. Well, he's also a king. Don't miss. Yui wants to be a stepping stone for everyone else. Taichi sits down next to you and has a talk with her. Izioi plants flowers around Ranger's grave. Ranger screams from behind him, hello, I'm still alive. Izioi simply says, for now. For now. Komaru makes a poem for Yosuke. La Senora awkwardly and Sumi awkwardly kiss under the mistletoe. Leon sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. Edelgard ambushes Fischl and kills her. Maple and Sarah talk about the tributes, or about their lives rather. Yeah, wait, hold on. Maple and Sarah talking about their lives. That's canon. That's canon right there. That's actually canon. And Yukiko works at both of these stores, Yoko's and Avi's, because she's in extreme debt. I guess the inn isn't really working out, is it, Yukiko? I guess, okay, I guess not. We got 18 gone. It is indeed a Claire de Lune 4. Oh no, it's actually the saddest of all moments again for its championship action. Ganyu, Peko, Angie, Oda, Aether, Cell, Himiko, Jin, Setsuna, Juzo, Chie, Gaius, Crazy Hiyoko, Kizakura, Reina, Mizuki, Sayaka, Fischl, and we go on. We'll see everybody's statuses. We got only one member of the Mets left, but when we go to Alive, we have less than 50. Less than 50 remain, just 49. The Mets. Headphone Vibing, Bob Squad, Do You Remember, Mama and Daddy, Seeking Justice, Friendly Fisticuffs, Manga Mayhem, Beauty Sleep, Sugar Daddies, Concealed Blades, Unhinged Commander, Spinal Gambit completely in, Himbros, still have Kanji, Mathletes, Accident Prone has Mikan and Sumiya, Dude Texas has Keiji and Shuichi, Pancake Palooza, Nothing to Report, Trapper and Trappy, Titty Typhoon, Fashion Forward, Rock Paper Scissors has Now and Jack, Book Club has Shingcho and Yaimiko, Well Traveled still, and so is Samurai Woman, One with Nature has Kazuha and Turnip Boy, Legwork has Yui and Yudo, Romance is Dead with Joe, Magic Carpet has Yukiko and Takamichi, Dance Break has Crazy Oko Extra Large, Something in the Water still has Beto, Lacking Compassion completely in, New Era still around, Deep Fried Chicken and Sudden Slumbers completely in, and Pinky remains for promotion pending. We got an episode to get on the road though. 50 competitors, 1 title on the line, and we gotta proceed. 10 points for the winning team, and if there's a sweep, oh, that's so many points. Oh, that's 13 sweep points. That's not enough for Red Team to catch up entirely and take the lead, but it's enough to put them right back in the fight. We'll proceed, and we will see. Night 3, Pinky dyes her hair green. No, don't do that. That's wrong. That's incorrect. Stop. You're not greeny. Izuo thinks about home. Yukiko, Genocide, Jack, and Keiji enter a scrum debate with Shuichi, Kanji, and Masaru. They argue over who should be the champion in an event of a tie every day. Edelgard imagined a future where she could be with Munokata. Nagito submits an application to join the squad. Yuta and Kamaru exercise into the stars. Shiki can't decide whether Shumia should live or should she die. Gatekeeper and Paimon have a pose off. Paimon wins. Kazuha runs into or walks into a portal, turns it on. His molecules don't get all rearranged. He just gets shocked and killed. Takamichi tends to Miko's wounds. Shingcho dyes his hair red. No, don't do that either. You don't do that either. No, don't do that either. Vike, that's such a color contrast that I wasn't ready for. Vike cuts off both of Leon's arms. Jeez Louise. Nane Ashiaki fears Yuta. In fact, she fears all the Asahinas. That's the one thing she fears, the mastermind, the Asahinas. La Senora stands outside of Ranger's camp with a candy pail. Ranger gives La Senora a knife to the chest. Oh my. Chiaki sneaks up on a sleeping turnip boy, sets fire to his camp, roasting the turnip. George burns down Avi Swears and despairs? George swears it was an accident, but Quark says that he saw George deliberately burn it down. Well, that's a man of justice, so I don't think I can really say that he didn't do it. I mean, like, I believe him, Quark. He's a man of justice. Crazy Yoko Extra Large starts a fire. Terra reminisces about the year of the Aviator. Yosuke buys a D to a house. Now, he can have parties every week, you know, you better believe. With those headphones, he's gonna be vibing every week. Mama fiercely shakes open a can of soda, pops the tab, blasting you in the face with a stream of soda. Maple and Makoto want cool names similar to Ophelia Dusk and Odin Dark now. And Mikan steal Fat Togami's weapons while he's asleep from his camp. Great Gozu also let all the dogs out. It was you who did it. Joe severely slices Mahiru with a chainsaw. Mahiru with a chainsaw. That seems like overkill, but good on you, my guy. Sarah misses her planned meeting with Beto and now has a sad feeling in her chest. Sayu adopts Monica as her child, Sayu. That's... uh-oh. That's not good, Sayu. You don't know what you've done. The last people who have Monica... Yui tries to sing herself to sleep. Taichi receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. We're down to day 4, and Chiaki says it's time to stop playing games as she eliminates 3 former tag team champions, Crazy Oko Extra Large, Komaru, and Fat Togami, deleting them from existence, saying just Chiaki. Yuta hangs up mistletoe, but Monica swoops in, snaps his arm, and burns the mistletoe. Thank you, Monica. Appreciate that. Masaru sees Great Gozu holding a meeting with Ranger, Pinky, and Joe. Vike buys AV merchandise from AV's Wears and Despairs. You better believe he did. Gatekeeper collects fruit from a tree. Me and Kanji, oh, you better believe it. Kanji, get the chair. You know what that, yeah, we go way back. Sumi eats dirt. Delicious. Why did you do that? Did you fall in it? You fell. You tripped. You did. Okay. Stumbles. Munakata makes a tier list for all the other tributes. Nagito is S rank because he's got the explosives. Cork is A rank. Edelgard is C rank. Taichi is F rank. And Terra didn't even make the list. Y'all don't count out Terra. Y'all literally don't. He pancaked up this match. Y'all don't count him out. He could win. Xingqiu's not funny, has never been funny, never will be funny. Well, you know, is he funny? Has he ever? He's not really a jokester, but you know what? He's fun. I like Xingqiu. Doesn't need to be funny. The effort to survive. Makoto tries to strangle now with toilet paper. Fortunately, his 2 lines is enough to kill now. Dang. Paper out by paper. The paper and rock, paper, scissors is out by paper. Jack, George, and Takamichi come up with a complicated escape plan. Mew puts all of her faith into Atua. Mama's freeze rate stops time. It isn't a nice team though. That's too Mikon for her taste. I forced Miko to work at AV's Wears and Despairs. Nane Chiaki and Shiki thinks this is a good opportunity to score free food from her. Maple reminisces about the year of the Ascent. Did you exist in the year of the Ascent? I know you weren't in these games in the year of the Ascent, but did you exist at least? Aviator, Horizon, Ascent. I think you might have. Yeah, I think you did. Sarah isn't crying, she's sweating from her eyes. Leon stabs Shuichi with a tree branch. Yukiko plants some trees. Yosuke panders to the audience. Pander away, my boy. Sayu signs a petition to change American Yi-Ball to football. Yui wants a nickname similar to Sharpshoot and Steel-Minded Big Sister Sarah. Maybe if you win, you'll get one. Paimon hands Beto an invitation to her birthday party, and so does Izuyoi too. She was like, y'all both come, please. They both tear up the invitation before her very eyes, and Keiji washes his hands in the river. Oh, it's Claire de Lune. Or rather, Status of All Moments. It felt like we had another part to get through, but I guess we didn't. Instead, it is indeed the Status of All Moments 4. Kazuha, La Senora, Turnip Boy, Mahiru, Crazy Yoko Extra Large, Komaru, Fat Togami, now Shuichi. We're down, but we're not out. 40 people even remain. I forgot we had 49. The Mets Headphone vibing. Do you remember Mama and Daddy? Seeking Justice, Friendly Fisticuffs, Beauty Sleep, Sugar Daddies, Concealed Blades, Unhinged Commanders, Final Gambit, Him Bros, Accident Prone, Mathletes, Detectives, Nothing to Report, Pancake Palooza, Trapper and Trappy, Titty Typhoon, Fashion Forward, Rock Paper Scissors, Book Club, Samurai Woman, Well Traveled, Ultimate Hopes, Romance is Dead, Legwork, Magic Carpet Ride, Something in the Water, Lacking Compassion, Deep Fried Chicken, Promotion Pending, and Sudden Slumber brings us down to 40 competitors. And we must proceed, because one of these 40 competitors will win this game. One of these teams will come out as new tag team champions, and Night 4 begins with it. Jack, finding a button, presses it immediately, just drawn to that glowing light. Fortunately, the button doesn't do a thing. George, stop it, get some help. Any chance that Mew and Yukiko had a friendship is destroyed when they're forced to fight over the last slice of pizza, Nane Achaki. That's the intro. That's the intro. Nane Chiaki sings a romantic song to Chiaki. How sweet. That's the intro. Hey, that means somebody's fooled. I didn't put this back on. I was gonna say, something's gonna happen. I'm gonna be like, that's intro worthy. That's the intro. Oh, it's all about self-love. You love yourself. Beto strangles the Great Gozu with a rope. Oh, that's not the intro. Oh man. Gozu. Nagito and Edelgard invade Pinky's shelter, but fall victim to the booby traps that she had in place. The trapper has become the trappee. Keiji and Sayu get into a heated argument. Keiji's had enough of Sayu's crap and kills her. Teru and Paimon are trapped in the box for the night, so they decide to use their imaginations to liven things up. Cork, Taichi, Miko enter a scrum table with Sarah, Vike, and Yui. They argue over who the best boy in Danganronpa is. Shiki gets a hold of my soundboard and plays some dire docs. It's all you, Shiki. It's all you. As Monica, Takamichi, and Mama get into a scrum debate with Yosuke, Leon, and Sumi about who the strongest character in Danganronpa is, Kanji discovers the mastermind. You mean Nane Achiaki? That is the mastermind. And is killed for it. The death is made to look like an accident. Makoto slices the gatekeeper's eyes. He's now blind. Izuo is plagued by a recurring nightmare. Munakata lets Ranger into a shelter. Masaru is gentle with Maple. Joe passes out from exhaustion. And Yuta, Mikan, and Shincho comment on what they find nice about one another to improve the mood. I'll be frank, those three probably actually had a really a really good vibe session. I feel like they're all generally nice characters. We'll proceed, and we see that Shincho's can never mind. Apparently it was not a good vibe session. Because Shincho immediately comes up and says, you know how I said last night about the things that I liked about you? I hate you. Yuta kills him with his own Wada sword. Chiaki gets her ultimate talent license revoked. I guess she's not a gamer anymore. Taichi kills Miko with a hatchet. Sumiya starts planting seedlings in her garden. Yukiko thinks Avi has an addiction to getting new addictions. No proof? Beto reminisces about season 2. George, Jack, Pinky, and Izuo swim in a mystical lake hidden deep beneath the arena, whose mystical waters all turn them into chibi forms of themselves. It doesn't have to be useful magic, but it does have to be cute, and it sure is. Mama asks for Quark's axolotl. He gets confused. Yui begs for Mew to kill her. She refuses, keeping Yui alive. Munakata gets off to a rocky start with his new professor, Mikon. Maple, Nane Achiaki, and Masaru hunt for other tributes. Leon eats cheese puffs. Joe uses a spell to suck the intelligence out of Takamichi, which shockingly works, leaving Takamichi literally dumbfounded. Monica sleeps the entire day away from everyone else. Yosuke, oh my gosh. Sarah and Keiji find the Triforce, but before they can distribute the powers of the Triforce to each other, Ranger kills everyone and takes the powers of the Triforce for himself. Teru tries to steal my pancakes after? Really? After all this, you try and steal my pancakes, Teru. Shiki, thank you for catching him. Thank you for killing him. You're earning entry into the World Pancake Championship with this very tiny little ink cartridge for a pen, but I'm gonna write your name down. I'm gonna get you in there. Good on you. Makoto then sets off an explosive, killing Gatekeeper and Paimon, and Vike dyes his hair gold. You're pretty much already there, my guy. We lost 13 today. That brings us down to 27. After this, saddest of all moments, 4. Great Gozu, Nagito, Edelgard, Sayu, Kanji, Shincho, Miko, Yosuke, Sarah, Keiji, Teru, Gatekeeper, Paimon. 27 remain. I feel like most teams are down to just one. Like the Mets, Headphone Vibing. Do you remember? Mama and Daddy. Seeking Justice. Beauty Sleep. Sugar Daddies. Unhinged Commanders. Final Gambit, Mathletes, but Accident Prone still has 2. That they do. Pancake Palooza's down to 1. Titty Typhoon is as well. Fashion Forward. Rock, Paper, Scissors. Ultimate Hopes. Legwork Stars, Yui, and Yuta. You never count out Yuta. Romance is dead. Joe. Are Izzyoi Joe and... Yeah, Izzyoi Joe and Yuta are all still together. The Pure Boys, former tag team champions, a part of 3 different teams this season, all still together in the final 27 for a championship... In a championship match, rather. Magic Carpet Ride still has 2 as well! Yukiko and Takamichi, good on y'all! Carrying on for Hajime, the Ultimate Wizard. Something in the Water, Beto. Lacking Compassion, Ranger. Promotion Pending, Azuki. And Sudden Slumber, Leon. Well, I mean, we gotta keep going, right? There's nothing can stop us now. 27 remain. We're in that, like, that weird portion in BranteSteel where we could lose a lot of people and instantly be down to saving grace picks. Will that happen this time around? Let's proceed and we will see. Night 5 is Yui sets off a... Yui why? Yui sets off an explosive, killing Yuta George. Yui's down by herself now, but you know what? I take that back. You know what? It's a proven strategy that taking out your tag team partner gets you the win. Maple sneaks into the back rooms of Yoko's Island of Misfortune, but unknowingly gets seen by Munakata, also works there apparently. I'm sick and tired of all these people working at Yoko's. I'm about to like Blue Skidoo Weekend 2 into these games and start just burning down the store myself. Nana Chiaki sets up camp for the night. Vike battles Yukiko in an intense game of rock, paper, scissors. Vike loses and has a sad feeling in his chest. Chiaki finds a sleeping Taichi on the ground, hits that man with a 5-knuckle shuffle. Joe develops an irrational fear of Monica after having a nightmare about her. Jack defeats Mew in a fight but spares her life. She's like, you live today so you can fight at AV Mania September 4th. That's when you perish. Takamichi, yes queen. Ranger uses night vision goggles to navigate the arena. That's not cheating, I'll allow it. Pinky walks into a very strange machine. She doesn't perish, she actually gets her molecules got all rearranged. She's got ghost powers. Mikan and Izzyoi play a game of strip poker. One thing leads to another and they end up burying Mikan's body in the courtyard. Sumiya is bitten by a black mamba, but Beto has some anti-venom and is able to save Sumiya's life. Beto always prepared out here. Leon grabs Kokichi by the throat. Makoto cuddles up against Masaru, and Cork finds Shiki hiding, then comedically slaps her. We'll go ahead and proceed to day 6. 6 days into the madness. Mama uses a spell to suck the intelligence out of Shiki, which shockingly works, leaving Shiki literally dumbfounded. I feel like this has worked almost every time it's been used this episode. Maybe every single time. Masaru's unknown sponsor is Asner of the 39th Dimension. Is it true, Asner? Asner gave me the thumbs up. He's actually a big fan of Masaru. Pinky decides to do Leon's free time event. Pinky thinks that she's gotten closer to Leon today. Chiaki almost falls off a cliff, but is able to save herself with earthbending. As she lost her gamer title and now she's the ultimate earthbender. Takamichi bashes Sumiya's head in with a mace. Yikes. Big ouch. Yukiko puts on Shuichi's head, finds Shuichi's head and puts it on. Taichi and Vike play cards. Vike loses all of his life points and is killed for it. Beto suddenly exclaims, "Not the Komodos for every reason in particular." Listen here, Ranger doesn't like his ego. He's gonna bark at him now. Munakata asks Monica, "Do you think I'm some sort of clown?" Monica shrugs and says, "Maybe." This also feels pretty canon. That also feels pretty canon. Joe fishes. He's gonna catch all the fish. Nana Ashiaki receives a gift from her secret admirer, a box of chocolates. Maple shoots an arrow right into Mew's head. Yui severely slices Makoto with a sword, and Cork runs over the edge trying to escape. Genocide Jack and plummets to his doom. Right at the end, we had a whole bunch of doom, and that doom gives us 8 more gone. That brings us down to... we had 27? 19! 19 people remain. If we had 27, I don't quite remember, but you know what? It's sad. It's sad regardless. In fact, it's the saddest of all moments for Yuta, George, Mikan, Sumiya, Vike, Mew, Makoto, Cork. That's okay. That's okay. We'll see everybody's statuses. We still have the Mets could technically cause a chaos transferal. That's a big technicality since there's not really any more tag team Agent of Chaos reigning. But like, you know, they could technically cause it. Headphone vibing. I mean, it wouldn't really, but you know, they could be champs. Headphone vibing Masaru. Mama and Daddy, Mama. Beauty Sleep, Chiaki. Sugar Daddies, Izuyoi. Unhinged Commanders, Munakata. Final Gambit, Taichi. Pancake Palooza, Maple. Jack for Rock, Paper, Scissors. Shiki for Fashion Forward. One with Nature is out, but Legwork still has Yui. Romance is Dead still has Joe. Magic Carpet Ride still has Yukiko and Takamichi. Beto for Something in the Water. Lacking Compassion still has Monica and Ranger. Promotion Pending has Pinky and Leon for Sudden Slumber. Leon could be a 2-time tag team champion by the end of this episode. Willie, there's a couple of people who could be 2-time tag team champions by the end of this episode. Joe. Boom, boom, boom. But hey. We still got 19 left to lose. We need to lose 9 more until you're saving grace picks, and with the size of this episode, you probably need them. Let's proceed. On with the action we see. Night 6 begins with Beto and Shiki singing some show tunes. Taichi receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Joe attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Maple overpowers Monica, killing her. Rest in peace. Izio accidentally sticks his hand in the campfire he made. Leon uses a samurai sword to track down Mama. Leon, how could you? In the bottom of my heart, I was rooting for Mama to come out with these tag team titles. Chiaki is plagued by a reoccurring nightmare. Yukiko, Takamichi, and Nane Chiaki enter a scrum debate with Jack, Pinky, and Yui. They argue over who's the best boy in Danganronpa. It's Gundam! I tried to tell you! Masaru puts on a suave top hat, how fancy. Ranger convinces Munakata to snuggle with him. How'd you do that? Thought you hated humans. We'll proceed to day 7. You probably hate humans now as Takamichi performs an fatal ultra combo on Ranger. Izuyoi puts on a pair of stutter shades, increasing his aesthetic level tenfold, making Masaru and Beto envious. Munakata dyes his hair gold. Listen here. Nane Chiaki doesn't like Yui. She's gonna bark at her now. Maple uses slash kill on Genocide Jack, but I disable cheats Maple. Not only do you try and use slash kill, you try to do it on a member of the squad? Get out of here. Out. Be gone. When it comes to the squad, or my pancakes, the squad forever. Shiki asks Joe if everything's okay. Leon, Taichi, and Chiaki hold an intervention for my darts addiction. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist, so I didn't need to show up. I can't believe you. Pinky throws a knife into Yukiko's chest. We lost. Just 5. That brings us down to 14. I expected the feast, I'll be frank. I expected the feast. So after this, saddest of all moments for Monica, Mama, Ranger, Maple, Yukiko. Couple teams completely out, and with Magic Carpet Ride losing someone, and both members of Lacking Compassion out, I think everyone's down to 1 member per team. Yes, it's 14 competitors all fighting for their teams solo now. The Mets, headphone vibing, Nane Chiaki extra large. That's not a thing that exists. Nane Chiaki, Masaru, Chiaki, Izuyoi, Munakata, Taichi, Shiki, Genocide Jack, Joe, Yui, Takamichi, Beto, Pinky, and Leon. And I'm gonna talk about who's left right now. Yeah, because it feels, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have the feast this next time, unless we just don't have the feast at all. The feast is gonna happen next round. That's not a prediction, it's a spoiler, it's just gonna happen. Nane Chiaki and Masaru could hold those titles for the first time. Chiaki could be a 2-time tag team champion. She is only clocked in when Chaos reigned, and hey, Chaos reigned today. She knows what she's doing. Izuyoi could be 2-time tag team champion today. Munakata could hold his first title. He could. Taichi very much the same. Shiki could ensure that Junko becomes a Triple Crown champion. Genocide Jack could hold those titles again as well. Last time she held them with Komaru. This time she could hold them with Rock, Paper, Scissors as we scroll and go on. Legwork. Yui's never held a title. Akane's never held a title. And then there's Yuta, who's held so much gold. But seeing who else is on his team, you kind of want to root for Legwork. Romance is dead though. kind of want to root for them too. Maki could become a 2-time tag team champion. Kaede could become a 2-time tag team champion. And so could Joe. All 3 of them have held those titles before. That's kind of crazy. I didn't realize. Takamichi for Magic Carpet Ride. He could hold gold. Something in the Water. Beto, in her first season, I believe, could hold gold. Promotion pending. Pinky, first season, could hold gold. And Leon could be a 2-time tag team champion. We'll proceed. I'm going to say there's an 80% chance that we see a feast. Maybe 85%, because we're at 14. I feel like we only need to lose like 2 more people. And then it'll be like, hey, it feels like it's feast time. Night 7 begins with Masaru and Munakata getting into a heated argument. Masaru has had enough of Munakata's crap and kills him. She gets infected with the despair disease, starts insulting everyone who passes her by relentlessly. Izuo kills Chiaki as she tries to run. On the other hand, Joe completely wholesome kisses his homies Yui, Beto, and Pinky goodnight. Leon gets a hold of my soundboard and plays Dire Docks and vibes to it. Nane Achiaki drowns Takamichi while the music is going on, killing the vibe. How could you? Jack wants to pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars. She could really use a wish right now. Wish right now? Wish right now. Taichi finds a big red button and presses it immediately. Unfortunately, the button was a bomb. And pressing the button activated it. We'll proceed. Is it the feast? It is. And as the corner, dang it, not Jack. I was kind of hoping for rock, paper, scissors. The cornucopia is replenished with food, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Nana Achiaki catches Jack off guard, kills her. Leon decides not to attend the feast. Izuo, Yui, and Pinky decide not to go. Masaru dies from an infection, and Shiki, Joe, and Beto get into a fight. Shiki triumphantly kills them both. We'll proceed again. Goodness, are we down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? We're down to 6. We're down to 6. It could end when I click proceed, and it does not, but we do lose 2 more. Leon sees a completely pale Shiki washed ashore, unmoving. Leon revives her with CPR. Nana Achiaki receives a vision of her dying brutally at the hands of Yui and Izuo. As she sees them approaching, she is unable to change her future. Her fate stays the same and dies by their hands. Pinky accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it, and just like that, it is Leon, it is Shiki, it is Yui, and it is Izuo in your final 4. From 14 to 4, I had a feeling, woohoo, that tonight we're gonna get a new champ. But it won't be any of the following because it's the saddest of all moments. The last saddest of all moments for Munakata, Chiaki, Takamichi, Taichi, Jack, Joe, Beto, Masaru, Nane Achiaki, Pinky. We're down to your final 4. Just like that, we're down to your final 4. It is 4. How are your picks doing? You need some new ones, don't you? Unless, if one of your picks is one of these final 4s, hey, major kudos to you. 100% kudos to you. That's all I gotta say. But if they're not, and you're like me, hey, have some. One of my picks is still in. Have some saving grace picks. Fashion forward, I did pick them from the get-go, and now they're in the final 4. And Junko, in what feels like a season of the Entourage versus the Squad, and the Squad has been answering the Entourage every single time. I don't see no Entourage in here. No Entourage in Sudden Slumber. No Entourage in Legua. I guess Yuta's like, kind of like, through the marriage of Mew, a member of the Entourage, the extended Entourage. But nah, I don't count that. I don't count that. Fashion forward, not Entourage. No, don't look like it. And Sugar Daddy's not Entourage. Nope, no, not a peep. Not a peep indeed. Which means, saving grace picks. You know how to make them go into those comments first, second, and third. I will make mine as well. Comment on your comment, edit your comment, do what you gotta do to make those saving grace picks known. It's your final 4, you got a pretty good chance of picking them right. I gotta go with fashion forward for first. Junko becoming a Triple Crown champion, it is within grasp right now. Give me fashion forward. For second, I'm gonna take legwork. I have said for a minute that I'd like to see Akane take a win and get some success. Having Yui do it would be great too. And I'll be frank, it's also because you never count out Yuta. He's been quiet for a minute. And Yui, she's missed big match feel. She doesn't, when she didn't get many opportunities, she made the most of them. If it's not gonna be Junko, I'll take Yui. Fashion forward, leg work, and then I'll be frank, I'm happy with all 4 of these teams. I'll take Sugar Daddies. Sugar Daddies, yeah, I'll take Sugar Daddies. I'd like them. I would like them as champions. They'd be a fun set of champions. But those are my 3. Those are my picks. And we skipped Samurai Woman. That's sad. Can we play it just for a minute, the nice Samurai Woman? We'll play it for just a moment, so you can experience it. Izuyoi and the Sugar Daddies. Shiki and Fashion Forward. Legwork, Yui. Sudden Slumber, Leon. 4 competitors representing 4 teams, and they are all caught in what we like to call within our final 5 a crises of fate. It's your final 4. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how this turns out. We'll proceed and we will see. Everyone lives. Everyone lives. To build each other's trust, Leon and Yui decide to do trust falls on the very first instance. Leon steps aside and lets Yui fall to the ground. Rude. Shiki buys every single version of Uno from Avi's wares and despairs, supporting the good people, supporting the good folk. You love to see it. Izuyoi, yes, Queen will proceed again. As Izuyoi accidentally blurts out the fact that he likes Leon in a non-platonic way, Leon says ew affection and kills Izuyoi. Oh, gosh darn it, not you too, Shiki, gosh darn it! Yu discovers a river, and Shiki wishes for immortality, and as we proceed, we are down to your final... Never mind! Bro, who does an arena with the final 2? Come on. Where's the freaking who button? There we go. I didn't even get to do a build-up, man. Leon decided, hey, now that this day is over, I'm gonna take a brief break and pop into a VR game. He goes in, breaks a rule, is punished in-game by Monokuma, and falls into a coma in real life and subsequently perishes, loses his life, and loses his title opportunity because that title now lies with one team. And after this one and only terrible turnabout of the episode 4, Izuyoi, Shiki, Leon. And you know what we didn't pay attention to, what I forgot to mention? Points. Legwork is definitely blue team. Leon's definitely blue team, and Shiki's red team. Goodness gracious, blue team. Y'all need to chill. But you know what? She did it. The way that she, in fact, let me save all of that. Let me save all of that because I can say it now with certainty that you're a winner. The way that she performs when she gets opportunities, she makes the most of them. So it's no surprise to me that sooner or later, she'd be holding a title, and the answer is sooner rather than later. Because in a big match, you call on Big Match Yui, and she shows up, she shows off, and she wins for the prize fighter, the gold collector, Yuta. For the one who won the first big episode, the first massive episode, Akane now holds gold for the very first time, and wrapping off their team, Yui. Your new, I say it again, your new Danganronpa Hunger Games Tag Team Champions, Legwork take the win. And boy, did they earn it. Good on you, Legwork. I'm actually very proud of them. Yui, first of all, you never count out Yuta. Where was it? Yuta was in 27th place. You never count him out. I think it's the Yuta effect. It's the Yuta effect. He did it with Joe, I think, got his first win under Yuta. Izuyoi definitely got his first win under Yuta. It's his tutelage. The tutelage of Yuta helps people win gold. Yui, gold under Yuta. Akane, gold under Yuta. He makes them better. He makes his teammates better. When he was all alone, when it was just him, that season where he was running singles action, you know who got it? Hida. He makes them better. Alright, Yuta. Maybe that's your job. Maybe that's your job, to make everyone better. Make everyone under your wings better. You take them under your wings and help them learn to fly, and Yui flew right to the top as your winner. And now Legwork, new tag team champions. They might not hold them long, but they'll hold them strong. Congratulations to them. Leon 2nd place, Shiki 3rd, Izuyoi 4th, Pinky 5th, Nana Ishiaki 6th, Masaru 7th, Beto 8th, Joe 9th, and Genocide Jack rounding off your top 10 as we do a slow scroll all the way down to the bottom in this massive game. Can you believe it? We made it. We made it all the way through. It was a big one. It was a grand one. I even stopped a couple of times because the storm passed through, and I was like, let's make sure this recording doesn't get lost. All the way through. You love to see it. All the way to the end. 142 competitors. Mondo finished in dead last, but you know who came up clutch? Yui of Legwork. And as we bring up the bracket, Legwork takes that big victory. They take 10 points for the blue team. Leon gave them another 3 points. They're at 153. And just a single point for red team. Red team didn't do too great. They struggled a little bit, but it's still not over for them. Especially as we come to Orteal tomorrow. If red team's able to pick up a totem, it's more likely to hit an Orteal. And if chaos reigns, if they win, they're close. If they sweep, they're in the lead. That's why I say, in this season, even if you're so far behind, one clutch maneuver, one team maneuver could shoot your whole team into first place. Or blue could do that and literally make sure that red team's not able to come back. But we'll see if that happens. It all comes down to the 1 versus 100 match tomorrow, and the OC free-for-all this coming Sunday will proceed. Once again, Mondo took himself out by throwing killer bees, which you should probably never do. I don't condone that. Mondo, what are you doing? His head still hurt. His body still hurt. After fighting Nekamaru and Celeste alongside Crazy Ultra Large on the road to AV Mania, and the road to AV Mania continues tomorrow, so get excited for that. We had a good time. We had a really good time with the road to AV Mania, so I'm glad. I can't get over how glad I am that y'all are truly and sincerely or very much enjoying the road to AV Mania, because I'm having a blast. Just like Yui's having a blast as tag team champion. Paimon had 9 KOs. Don't forget about her. She had a pretty good game. Chiaki had 5, Momo had 5. Makoto and Shiki and Yui had 5. Everyone else 4 or less. Izuyoi, Leon, Masaru, Nana Chiaki, Ranger all with 4. Everyone else with 3 or less rather. Legwork. That's all I can say. Tag team champions, and they go into that championship match. Congratulations to them. They defend the titles. And you guys will have a fan vote, and that fan vote will, all of the fan votes open up next Friday? Next Thursday, next Friday, next Thursday, probably next Thursday. We'll see, because the team battle happens next Thursday. You might also still get like a red team battle just for funsies. It wouldn't be for anything, but like, you know, just for funsies. That's just, I'm out here assuming the red team's gonna lose. Because they are going to lose. It's all about blue team. Let me stop. Blue team's dominating this season, and they're going to keep dominating, and it's never going to stop. Blue team, then, now, and forever. But once again, congratulations to Legwork. I'm actually very happy for Yui, especially happy for Akane. And you know what, Yuta? If you keep making people better, who can I be to blame you? Stay classy. You're the Zenith. Until tomorrow, toodaloo. Like crew. Thanks for watching.